What if I told you that everything you thought you knew about running was wrong? That the pain, the injuries, the expensive shoes, all of it might actually be part of the problem? This is exactly the kind of eye-opener I encountered when I dove into Born to Run by Christopher McDougall. This book isn't just for running enthusiasts. It's for anyone who's ever been curious about the limits of human endurance and the secrets of ancient wisdom that seem almost too incredible to believe. Right from the first page, I was hooked. McDougall takes us on an extraordinary journey that blends adventure, science, and a deep dive into human potential. And let me tell you, it's a wild ride. We're talking about a story that spans from the rugged canyons of Mexico to the scientific labs of modern America, and it's all centered around one simple yet profound question. Why does running cause so much pain, and what can we do to fix it? The quest begins. Discovering the Tarahumara. It all starts with a mystery. Christopher McDougall, an accomplished journalist and runner, is plagued by a question that many of us have asked ourselves. Why does running hurt so much? After being told by numerous doctors that his body wasn't built for running, he refused to accept defeat. His search for answers led him deep into Mexico's Copper Canyons, where he discovered the Tarahumara, a hidden tribe of ultra-runners who defy everything we think we know about the sport. The Tarahumara people are known for their incredible ability to run hundreds of miles without rest. And here's the kicker: they do it barefoot or in thin sandals, without any of the high-tech gear we're so reliant on. McDougall's fascination with the Tarahumara becomes our own as he uncovers their secrets, a lifestyle so intertwined with running that it's as natural to them as breathing. But it's not just their physical prowess that's remarkable, it's their attitude towards running. They run for the sheer joy of it, something that seems almost lost in our modern competitive world. As McDougall digs deeper, he learns that the Tarahumara's seemingly superhuman endurance is less about genetics and more about their way of life, a life that is in harmony with nature, driven by simplicity and fueled by an unbreakable spirit of community. It's a stark contrast to the high-stress, injury-prone running culture we're accustomed to, and it raises an intriguing question. Have we, in our quest for performance and speed, lost sight of what running is truly about? The science of running rethinking what we know. If you're a runner, you've probably heard all sorts of advice on the best shoes, the perfect stride, and the latest training techniques. But Born to Run flips much of that conventional wisdom on its head. Through McDougall's exploration, we dive into the science of running, where we learn that our modern approach to running might be more of a hindrance than a help. One of the most fascinating parts of the book is McDougall's investigation into running injuries. Did you know that despite all our advancements in running gear, injuries have only increased? It turns out that cushioned shoes and advanced support systems might be doing more harm than good by altering our natural stride and weakening our feet. McDougall introduces us to a growing movement of runners who advocate for barefoot running, arguing that our ancestors were perfectly equipped to run long distances without the need for modern footwear. But it's not just about shoes. McDougall also explores the idea that running is ingrained in our DNA. He delves into the concept of endurance running hypothesis, which suggests that humans evolved to run long distances as a survival mechanism. Our ancestors weren't the fastest or the strongest predators, but they had one crucial advantage: they could outlast almost any animal through sheer endurance. This idea isn't just theoretical. McDougall backs it up with scientific evidence and compelling anecdotes that challenge everything we've been taught about human limits. As I read through these sections, I couldn't help but reconsider my own approach to running. The thought that we are, quite literally, born to run, that it's an essential part of our evolutionary makeup, was both thrilling and liberating. It made me wonder, what if the key to unlocking our full potential isn't found in the latest technology, but in returning to our roots? The Greatest Race, the ultimate test of human endurance. The book builds towards a climax that feels more like an epic adventure novel than a piece of nonfiction. McDougall doesn't just learn about the Tarahumara from afar, he immerses himself in their world. And this leads to the creation of the greatest race the world has never seen, a showdown between the Tarahumara and some of the world's best ultra-runners, deep in the Copper Canyons. This isn't your typical marathon. We're talking about a grueling 50-mile race through one of the most rugged terrains on Earth. The stakes are high, and the participants are a mix of seasoned ultra-marathoners and the seemingly invincible Tarahumara runners. But this race isn't just about who can cross the finish line first, it's a test of philosophy, culture, and the human spirit. As the race unfolds, McDougall weaves in stories of legendary runners, survivalists, and adventurers who've pushed the limits of what we thought possible. The narrative is fast-paced, full of unexpected twists and turns, and it all leads to a conclusion that is as inspiring as it is thought-provoking. It's not just about who wins the race, it's about the journey, the lessons learned, and the idea that maybe, just maybe, we've all got a bit of the Tarahumara spirit within us. Lessons from the Tarahumara running as a way of life. By the end of Born to Run, I wasn't just thinking about running differently, I was thinking about life differently. The Tarahumara don't run for medals, records, or fame. They run because it's a part of who they are, a means of connecting with their community and the world around them. There's a purity to their approach that feels almost revolutionary in today's world of constant competition and commercialization. Imagine if we could take a page out of their book, or should I say out of McDougall's book, and apply it to our own lives. What if running, or any form of physical activity, could be more about joy and less about achievement? The Tarahumara teach us that running doesn't have to be a chore or a struggle. It can be a celebration of what it means to be human, of our incredible capacity for endurance, and of the simple pleasure of movement. Ultimately, Born to Run isn't just a book about running. It's a call to rediscover the primal joy of physical activity, to reconnect with our bodies and to question the norms that dictate how we live and move. As I reflect on the stories and lessons within these pages, I can't help but wonder, how would our lives change if we embraced the same joy and freedom in running and in everything we do that the Tarahumara embody? And in what other areas of our lives could we benefit from that same sense of liberation and simplicity?